Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Hershey back here. Today, I'm bringing you guys a video in Fortnite on how to place top 10 in Fortnite every single time. So I was actually on solos, and I normally don't play solos. Normally, I either play duos, threes, or squads. Now, in this solo game that I played, or should I say the few games that I played, I actually ended up finding out a couple of tips that I think you guys might like. Now, some of these tips might sound obvious. Some of these tips you guys might already know. But a lot of people always complain because they either get, like top 10, end up dying, or they end up, getting to like the 15th, 20th spot, end up getting killed, or maybe 30th or 40th place, and they end up just getting killed, and they don't understand like how people get the top 10 every single time. So in this video, I'll go over these steps and I'll explain to you guys why they work and how you can use these steps to benefit you guys in the future to get hopefully more wins or a better placement with your friends or by yourself. So the first thing is, when you guys actually start the game and you're on the bus, look at where the bus is going. Fortnite actually released an update where they show you guys arrows on the map as to where the bus will actually go across the map. So for an example, if the bus is going directly up the map vertically and it's going over Tilted Towers or Pleasant Park, right? Don't go to Tilted Towers. Like, I understand Tilted Towers has a lot of loot. I understand Pleasant's nice and all. Like, if you're in squads and you want to challenge the people and get into gunfights and get some kills, you can do that. But if you're by yourself or in a duos, try to go somewhere where no one's gonna be at. Like, a majority of these games, when Wailing Woods or Moisty Mire or for an example, we'll say Haunted Hills is just completely across the map from where the bus is at. Try to get there. I understand it will take extra time to get there and land, but you'll be surprised when no one goes there and you have a bunch of chests and a bunch of loot. And because all these chests are for you and no one else can take them, you guys will be stacked with med kits, hopefully a chug jug, maybe a scar, maybe a nice shotgun, some nades, maybe a jump pad, anything like that. So that's my first tip for you guys. The second one is play passive. Don't be an idiot. Play smart. I'm not saying just to be a pussy and hold the outside of the circle the whole time, but just be smart. Don't go to areas where there's going to be a lot of people. If you're crossing past Tilted, try to go around it. Don't go through it, because you will get killed. People camp there all the time. So just play passive, be smart. Number 3 is get a lot of loot. So if you're landing somewhere and let's say off the start of the game, start getting brick or steel or wood, because you guys will need it towards the end of the game. Like, I don't know how many times I'll see players, with the final 10 players left in the game, they'll have like 100 wood and that's it. You guys gotta have at least 400 or 500 of brick or wood at the minimum if you guys want to win, because you guys will have to build bases. You'll have to leave those bases and build more, because you just don't know where the circle will end up spawning at next. My fourth piece of advice is don't challenge gunfights unless you have to. Like, I'll see people with sniper rifles taking shots that are like halfway across the map. Like, don't take shots unless you have to. If you see 2 people in a gunfight, don't go into the gunfight until they're finished, because when they finish that gunfight, more than likely to not, the guy you're gonna shoot at is probably already weak and it's a free, easy kill. Like, don't go into people's gunfights and be an idiot, because you will end up getting yourself killed, guys. Play smart. Don't challenge it unless you have to. Number 5 is, once the circle gets small, either build or hide. And this will depend on the area you're in. If you're in Wailing Woods, for example, you probably won't have to build, because there's just so many different trees you can hide behind and take cover behind. Now, if it's somewhere like Loot Lake and it's in the open, chances are you're probably going to have to build. But if you're at a place like Tilted, don't build a base in the middle of the city. Hide in like one of the buildings, because when you guys build, you make yourself so exposed and you make yourself so obvious. Especially when other players aren't building, you're just making yourself like the center of attention, and you will get so many shots at you. You'll more than likely get into one gunfight, and that's how you die. So be smart and either build or hide depending on the area. Number 6 after that is just to go and get the win. So when it gets down to the last 5 players, guys, you have one of the 2 choices, and this is where it depends on the area you're in or the circumstance or what weapons you have. So if there's 5 players left, 6, 7, or 3 or 4, whatever it might be, you can either start challenging gunfights or play passive. So let's say there's 2 guys in a gunfight and you're like the 3rd person. You would want to wait and go for that last guy if he's weak. Now, there's 5 players left. You can kind of be sneaky, go behind him, get some kills. But if you're armed with a lot of ammo, weapons, and loot and stuff, chances are you'll probably want to sit back and wait. But like I said, it depends on the situation. Sometimes you might go to, let's say you went to Moisty Mire for the start of the game, and let's say you didn't get the best loot, so you might need to challenge some gunfights towards the end to get that scar, to get that shotgun, or get that RPG or rocket launcher or the grenade launcher, whatever it might be. You guys get what I'm saying. So that's pretty much that. But when it gets to the last end of the game, That's where you gotta decide, am I gonna get the win now or am I gonna wait and be sneaky? But trust me guys, when it gets down to the last 5 players, people will start shooting trees, they'll start shooting houses, they'll start shooting bases because they want you to be exposed and they want to kill you. So towards the end of the game, you got to get a little more aggressive and a little more alert because players are going to start looking everywhere because the circle's small and they know players have to be somewhere nearby. But towards the end of the game, that's your call. Anyway, I want to give you guys these 6 tips on how to win in Fortnite or just to how to make top 10 placement, whatever it might be for you guys, but I hope this did help you. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.